Today we are going shopping in the yarn aisle at Walmart. Hi everyone, welcome back, all my yarny friends. I am super duper happy you are going shopping with me at Walmart today. This channel is all about yarn and crochet and a little bit of knitting and a whole lot of fun. So this is an end cap. It was kind of all mixed up with the Super Savers and these big fluffy yarns. I'm not sure what they are, and they didn't have a price tag on them. So I didn't know what the prices were. Emmy is not paying attention to anything because she is eating a cookie. So that end cap was really super duper messy, and now we're headed over to the main yarn aisle. Okay, right down here we have a little bit of the Prairie Woman yarn. $11 for that. I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. Emmy was curious as to what was going on. Okay, here's some more of the Prairie Woman yarn. And it is kind of a mess. It looks like it's pretty much been gone through and it's all empty. There is some of the kind of reddish and some of the blue. I haven't seen these before. These are kits for $14.97, crochet kits. And it looks like the crochet part is the topper. It includes printed tea towel, 2 yarn bundles, size 3 weight, 1 crochet hook, 4.5 millimeter, a sewing needle, 2 buttons, 1 spool of thread, and an instruction booklet. And I bet the instruction booklet has a pattern in it. So all of that for $14.99. What do you think? And have any of you tried this kit? I would be interested to know how it works out. Now here is a long view of the whole entire aisle, one side of the aisle of our yarn aisle at my Walmart. This is the Mainstays acrylic yarn, and it is $2.97. They've got it pretty well stocked. It is 100% acrylic yarn. For $5.98 is for the bigger ones, for the bigger skeins that are 798 yards. So those are bigger. I want to go back down and see the other size. These are, let's see how many yards. 397 yards. And that is for $2.98. I was 1 cent off. And then we go down to the variegated, and the variegated's a little softer. I say the Mainstays kind of feels a little like Walmart Super Saver, but these are a little softer. And there are 285 yards, so a few less yards on that as well, but the same price as the 300 and something yard Mainstays yarn. This is $3.32. It was $3.77. And that is the regular size Walmart Super Saver. I thought this one looked weird, kind of weird. It looked a little squarish. Maybe not at that other end, but at this end. At first I thought it was a different kind of skein of yarn, but then I thought that one might just be wonky. And it looks like they're pretty spare on the Red Heart Super Savers. There are a lot of holes in the displays. There aren't a lot of these yarns in stock. And there is the yarn in the upper racks. The Super Saver is $3.22. And I'm going to go back a little here so that you can see kind of what the whole Super Saver display looks like. Walmart is not the same as it used to be as far as yarn goes. $7.48 for the jumbo Super Savers. And then I would say by far Red Heart Super Saver yarn is the yarn that my Walmart has the most of. And then we go to some of the ombres and the stripes. There's the Super Saver Pooling. It is $3.32. And here's some more of the varieties. I don't know if those were pooling or not. I'm just surprised at the lack of yarn. It's pretty amazing to me. $7.48 for the ombres. And then these bright stripes. Let's see, these bright stripes are $7.48. And I like the feel of this Super Saver. For some reason, the ombre seems to be a little bit softer than the regular Super Saver to me. This is I think my favorite color of the Red Heart Super Saver ombre. But I love the way this Red Heart Super Saver ombre fades. It's got one of the best fades as far as yarn goes in the ombre selections. Super Saver Color Block. And I like that Red Heart has the patterns on their labels too. Okay, I'm going to back up and show you the entirety of the Red Heart yarn. As you can see, they've got a lot of space on the shelves for the Red Heart Super Saver. They just don't have a lot of yarn in stock. Okay, here's another good price. This is $5.98 for the Premier Puzzle yarn. I think that's a great price for the Premier Puzzle yarn. It's 328 yarns of 5 weight. This is a pretty color, but once again, it's not very well stocked. You can see there are definitely empty bins, empty shelves. And then we go up a little further and we've got the Premier Serenity. It is 328 yards. It is $6.78. And then we go up and there are some Lion Brand watercolor mandala cakes. They are $5.97. And they are 344 yards. And I believe it's a 4 weight. The mandala ombre is an ombre. That makes sense. And oh, looks like Emmy lost her little fox. Here you go, Emmy. The little fox went flying through the air. Okay, and there are a lot of the Lion Brand mandala cakes. They're just kind of all mixed up and wonky. They're not all necessarily in their places, but that's okay. $5.97. I think they're $9.99 at Joann's for the same thing. So I don't care if they're in a mess. I'll come here to get my mandala cakes. And I'm just kind of going through and showing you the different colors of the mandala sparkle. These are very beautiful yarns. And then here are some of the mandala babies, and they are $5.37. Once again, beautiful selection of colors. And I really, I don't know why you would pay the higher price at Michael's or Joann's. I guess they don't have these mandala cakes at Michael's, but they do at Joann's. And I will head over to Walmart to get the yarn at a few bucks less for sure at Walmart. Here are the regular mandala cakes and their colorways. I love them. They're so pretty. The only thing I don't like so much about the mandala cakes is they have very abrupt color changes. But this is a pretty color, perfect for Valentine's Day. It is Cupid. I will probably have to come back here and get some. And now we're going to head over to the next section. And there is the Lion Brand Hometown down on the bottom. It's $3.42, which I think is a great price for this. Let's see, is it 5-weight or is it 6-weight yarn? It's kind of those, by sight, one of those in-between sizes. Let's see if we can see some yardage on that Hometown yarn. But $3.42, great price. Some empty bins. I wish all these bins were full. That would make this yarn department at Walmart look so much prettier. But that's okay. Maybe someday they will again. And it'll be at a very, very exciting time. Okay, here we have Lion Brand Feels Like Butter. And this is the 5-weight, Thick and Quick Feels Like Butter for $5.97. And I believe it has pretty low yardage. Hold on, I think we're going to check here in just a second. Yeah, it's got 55 yards, and it's a 6-weight. It seems like it's only a 5-weight to me. But I don't know. Experts have determined that this is a 6-weight, so I will go with the Lion Brand experts. This crushed velvet is, how much did they say it was? $9.47. That Bernat crushed velvet is really nice to work with. Looks a little messy here on the Walmart shelves, but that's okay. Here we are, the Lion Brand Thick and Quick for $6.97. Once again, at Joann's, I believe it's $9.99 now. It's either $8.99 or $9.99. 106 yards. This is one of my favorite yarns for making big squishy hats. You know, like the kind that are kind of baggy with a pom-pom on it. Like a snow bunny hat. I love making those hats, whether they're knit or crochet. Now here we've got some Bernat blanket yarn. It is $9.98. And oh, look, there's some of that yarn that was on that end cap. Hey, what you doing, Emmy? That's a sweater I made for her over a year ago that she's wearing. Okay, this is $7.44. That's the mainstays, the big, it looks like terry cloth rope. And so good, we know the price for it. This same type of yarn they have at Michael's, except it's the loops, not the loops and threads. Yeah, it's the loops and threads for, I believe it's $9.99. So it's a couple of dollars less here. I don't know what the yardage is compared to the loops and threads big thick yarn at Michael's. Okay, down here we have some Caron Simply Soft. It is $3. I didn't see the rest of it. But up here, this is what I love. These mandala big, what are they called? Big cakes? We'll see it in a second. Look at that. Look how big it is. Bonus bundle. That's what it is. $9.97 for 1,181 yards. And at Joann's normal price, it's $16.99. Right now, I believe it's on sale for $12.99, which is a lot better, but it's not $9.97. And I will always come to Walmart to get my bonus bundles. They don't have as many of the colors here at Walmart. That's the thing I don't like about it. But look at this color that I found. This is the first time I have found this color. They don't even have it at Joann's. I am taking it home with me. This is coming home with me today. Get in my cart. Go. Go, bonus bundle. Jump in my cart. Mine. Okay, going up here, we've got the, for $5.42. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. It looks like the yarn that I got, and I made a cowl and a hat out of it, the chenille heathered yarn. They had some limited edition through the holidays of loops and threads heathered yarn. And it feels the same. The loops and threads might be a tad bit thicker, but still, that's a great price for that yarn. And once again, I don't know the yardage comparison. The Bloom Chunky Big, 218 yards for $5.97. That's a great price. And check this out. I like this yarn. This is $2.63 for this. I'm not sure what this yarn's called. I'll pick up skein in just a second to show you guys. But I believe it's a 5-weight. It's 157 yards, 100% acrylic. It has the same kind of feel as Furl's Wonder acrylic yarn. I really like it. It's a 5-weight. Overjoyed. Yeah, I like this yarn. And it is, yeah, I kind of want to get one of every color. And then we've got some of the mandala sequins and some of the Lion Brand Kaboo yarn for, what did that say, $4.49? $4.47 for 232 yards. And I believe it's cotton bamboo mix. And here's the mandala sequins. Check out the sparkly sequins on this. I love the sequins. Oops, this one's kind of disheveled. Poor baby. Did that say 296 yards? I just want to get one of these and put one of every single one of them and put them up in my yarn room. That blue's pretty. It's got some other cakes mixed in there. But they seem to be kind of flower purples and pinks and blues and greens. I really like them. Okay, this is the Mainstays anti-pilling yarn. This is great yarn. $2.66, and it is soft. The only thing I don't like about this yarn is that there are not enough colors. I think there's black, that hot pink, white, green, gray. They need to get some better colors. And here is the cotton yarn for $3.48. Oh, that one's naked. That's okay. I don't think it minds. Let's see what the yardage is on this. Has 180 yards, 100% cotton, and it's very soft. It's not the like peaches and cream kind of like kitchen dishcloth kind of material. It's softer. I would definitely make wearables with that. And here we've got a bunch of crochet thread, red heart. And then we go down here, we find a few more of the cottons. I like these little tiny peaches and cream stripes for $1.97. That's a good price. I like those, and you can make at least one dishcloth with one of those. If you're making it, you know, if you're not making it too big, like a regular 9-inch by 9-inch dishcloth. And down here we've got, oh, and that stripes yarn is softer than this peaches and cream. I call this the workhorse yarn, the workhorse cotton yarn, because it's not super soft. I do like the colors. The colors are nice, but it's not a super soft yarn. And then when you wash it and dry it, it doesn't get any softer. But it does make some good workhorse dish rags, that's for sure. The colors tend to fade a lot with this peaches and cream yarn. I'm not sure with the stripey if it fades. I haven't washed, I've made a bunch of dishcloths with that, but I have them in my FO pile for presents. Oh! She's playing this game now where it's like, let me throw my little fox. And I bring it back and she throws it again. Okay, here we've got our scrubby yarn, Red Heart. And here is the whole half of the aisle. There's not any yarn on the other side of the aisle. Okay, this is what they've got for crochet hooks. These are the very basic crochet hooks like I learned to crochet on. $1.98. I mean, you can, that's what I love about Walmart. You can come and get some good basic crochet hooks. You can even get a whole set for a couple of bucks. That's nice. See, here's a whole set for under 10 bucks. And, you know, they will do the job. Although I do have to say with the smaller hooks, I tend to bend them because they're not flexible hooks, but once you use them so many times over and over, they start to bend. The thicker ones don't. Lion Brand has some bamboo hooks. I need to try these out again. I can't remember what they're like. I got a couple a few years ago, and now I don't remember what they're like. Oh. She's saying, come on, Gammy, let's go home. This is boring. I am getting so bored. So we finished the main aisle. I'm going to show you one more end cap. While we're walking over there, please click that like button and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a single Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, any kind of yarn shopping trip. I go on them and I take you with me. Okay, so here we go. Here's the last end cap. It is Mainstays and it is $2.98, and it looks like there's some awesome basic colors. So all right, you guys have a wonderful day.